The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
WVTC, reaching the world with positivity. Music to get you through your day. Winning victory through Christ is the only way.
Hello. This is Reverend Franklin Morris Jr., CEO of WVTC, and I got a word for the day for you all. It was something that encourages me every single time. So I'm going to read from Proverbs 3, verse 1 through 5. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. One thing I've noticed and one thing I've learned over the years is that sometimes, matter of fact, a lot of times it's hard to do what God asks you to do. And the reason I say that is because that's the hard road. And the reason why it's a hard road is because it's easier just to do what you want to do, but it's harder to do what God told you to do. But the beautiful thing about when God tells you to do something, that when you know he tells you to do it, that everything is going to turn out all right. When we try to do things ourselves, that's where we mess up at. Because if God tells you to do something, and I believe that God, when he talks to us and he tells us exactly what we need to do, we need to do it. There were a lot of people that told me that I shouldn't do what I'm doing. And if I had listened to what they said, I would not be where I'm at right now. But with that being said, I want to encourage somebody today. If God gives you something, if God gives you a vision, if God tells you to do something, he tells you to go right, go right. If he tells you to go left, go left. One thing about God is that he's not a man that he shall lie, and that everything he tells you is for your good. So trust in him, but lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways, not some of them, not most of them, but in all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. The word for you today is to encourage you, is to do what God told you to do, despite what your naysayers are saying. Because at the end of the day, the only person that's going to be with you when it comes time to the end is you talking with God. And you want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to serve our Lord, because he's worthy of all the praise. He's worthy of all the glory, and he's worthy of all the honor. This has been the word of the day. So the rest of the day, the rest of tomorrow, the rest of next week, do what you need to do to follow what God has intended for you. This has been your word of the day, and I am Reverend Franklin D. Morris Jr., CEO of WVTC. God bless you.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ. WVTC Allsip Chicago. An iNetworks communication station.